Hello everybody, Johnny here. Welcome to Stream Reviews, where we take a look at a stream, see what other people are doing out there, and maybe learn a thing or two in the process. Let's go. So today we're taking a look at loftyxx. And remember, this is not a roast, alright? We're gonna take a look at what he's got going on. He's at a similar level as we are in our channel. So let's take a look here. Immediately, the first thing I see is taking a look at your panels. What do you got in the left, my dude? Whatever you have on the top left is the most important thing that you're pushing. And you're giving me some kind of weird... What am I supposed to draw in here? I have submitted... I don't even understand what you're trying to do with that. I think, you know, it can be cool, but definitely whatever's on the top left is the most important thing. So usually that's going to be your About Me section. With that out of the way, let's take a look at what you got here. This is important. This is maybe the first piece that people learn about you. So, hello, I'm Lofty. I live in Tennessee. No, I don't wash my clothes in the river. I like it. A little bit of humor, right? There's a bit of a connection there. Huge sports fan. I don't know about that stuff. But I like that you disclose a little bit of personal information and you throw a little bit of humor in there. I think that's great. You know, you love music. It's my passion. That's great. I've been playing video games for about 87 years. The other stuff is a bit weird. So first off, your panels don't match. And listen, not everybody has access to great panels, right? There are great resources online where you can even get them for free. But let's say you're starting off, I'm not gonna nail on you just because you don't have matching panels throughout the entire thing. But that could be, you know, the next thing you would be looking at here. The other thing is there's no need for text, you know, under your Instagram panel. Everybody knows if you click that, you're gonna go to your Instagram. Slide in my DMs here sounds a little creepy and it's unnecessary, right? So let's skip that. And then same with the other stuff. We don't really need information under those. You could have all of them packed in a section and then people can click through those. When it comes to your banner, let's take a look. Okay, so it looks like this is a design that you had made for your channel. I don't know if you did it yourself or not. It looks good. The only issue is you got these social media icons, but no information, right? So I like that the color scheme is matching the panels. I think that's fantastic and it works. But you have no offline image, right? That's a disaster. You need to have some kind of offline image where people go there and they understand you're offline at the moment, but maybe you got a few social media links in there. Maybe you got your schedule or something like that, some branding thing, maybe your logo, which is pretty cool. So here up top in your banner, you got your logo, but again, you got no info under the social media icons or no text saying your name. You know, that would be more powerful branding if you could associate your name with the logo somehow. But anyways, going into your actual content. Okay, so straight away we got some music. We got a nice starting screen, which is good. I don't know if this music is licensed. I hope it isn't. But I like this. I don't know if this is your design or not, but so far I'm on board with it. The color scheme is somewhat matching that of your panels and your banner as well. So I think that's fantastic. Your name is in there. So let's see how long this takes. Okay, so it's about like an 8-minute starting screen. Let's take us back to here. There you go. This is how you start your show.
You know what? I bet it's I'm not full screen.
What are you doing, my dude? Okay, stop, right? This is important, guys. You need to change your mindset from someone who's just playing games casually and incidentally turning on the stream to someone who's hosting a show, your show, right? This is your show. It started. You need to host it, right? Say something. What are you going to be doing today? How are things going for you? What's in store for people that are just tuning in? Give an introduction, man. Maybe have like an introduction that you always do that's customary for your channel. create some sort of dynamic that indicates that it's a show that you're putting together. So you're not just sitting down and playing a game and coincidentally streaming it. You're very purposefully creating something that's of value to people here. It's a black screen, right? Disaster. This stuff you gotta work
That's why
out.
I had it on borderless.
Right, you gotta work out the technical shit so that people, you can't ask of people
See?
that they sit through this. And I'm gonna mute you here because you're sort of rambling as well. And listen, you have good sound, right? You have a good mic. The music that's sounding is good. I don't know if it's yours or if it's licensed. I hope it isn't licensed, otherwise our video here is gonna take a hit. But you know, I like what you got going on. You got the pieces. It's just that you need to market it a little bit better, I would argue. Now let's talk a little bit about your overlays here. I think you got a lot of stuff going on that can be a bit distracting, you know, stuff moving here. Personally, I would go for something a bit more minimalistic, but that's subjective. It does look good, and the color scheme is in the realm of what you're going for. It's not blue anymore. It's kind of a different tonality. I think that's fine. What you got going on down here, though, what is that goal, my dude? You've got a 10,000 subs goal right now? Really? That's your goal? Here's the problem. It's not that you're never going to achieve it. The problem is right now it says 0.11%. Does that give you an impression of progress? Let's say that 10 people subbed to you right now. That bar would barely move at all, right? And so I guess you're tremendously ambitious. That's fantastic. But maybe go for something a bit more realistic where people can see the progress in a more timely manner. But listen, you're finally into the game, right? And it says you're on Rocket League, but this is something else. I don't know this game. I assume it's some kind of battle royale situation. You're saying you're at the top 1%, which is great. It's something you can market, and you should, as something of value that you're adding to your broadcast here. I think that's great. Let's take a look at what you're saying right now. You're drinking some water. Gotta stay hydrated, but looks like you're just kind of chilling to the music here.
Huh? Hopefully it doesn't take us 30 minutes to find a match tonight.
Okay, I gotta mute this because I think it's licensed music. But you're still in the zone of you're playing that game as if nothing else is occurring. There is nothing going on from your end towards the audience to make it interesting. So you're relying on having something interesting happen in-game to engage your audience. And the reality is maybe you're going to be in a queue here for what? How long are you going to be in this queue for? You're going to be in this, what, for 5 minutes? You're finally in the game? Those were 5 minutes where you're chilling to music. It might be great music. You're not saying anything interesting. You don't have maybe an anecdote. You're not talking about your day, things that you think about. You're not engaging people outside of the game. And just right now, looking at your attitude, like your body language and all of that, I can see you're not talking about anything other than what's going on in the game. And for certain games, I think that can be fine. If you're like an esports person where you're fantastic at the game, you can totally, have that work for you. I would argue that most of us want to bring something else as well and have our own sort of narrative that we bring to the table as well. So let's take a look at your dialogue here. What are you saying? Are you just silent? I can't tell if the audio is broken or you're just totally silent. There's no game sound. There's no music anymore as well. You're not talking. I like the shark you got right next to you, but that's about the only thing engaging me right now in your stream. What are you doing? Talk to me, right? Is this a strat, what you're doing, or are you just jumping around? So these are all things, and let's go a bit beyond this point because I think maybe it might get better after that point.
Yeah,
so you got people engaging in chat.
It needs some milk.
And you also got people in voice chat with you. That's always a tricky situation.
Yeah, I'm behind you, I guess.
it looks like you're talking with the people in your game over the people in your chat, which it's an interesting decision. I would say you have two options basically. You can set up some kind of push to talk so that you only have the people hear you when you want to talk to them, and the rest of the time you're engaging with your chat. Or you can bring the chat messages to your group and sort of have that be part of the conversation. I usually go for the latter, but that's up to you. Ignoring your chat completely, I think, is a no-go. And listen, it looks like some people are happy with that. I think that's great. There are certainly outliers out there that can make that work. I think generally that's not going to be conducive to success. Okay, and for the final piece, let's see how you end your broadcast, right? That's important too. Again, this is a show you're hosting. How do you end this? Do you tell people about the next time you're going to be live, what you're going to be doing, what they can expect? Well, let's take a look. Okay, this is the end of your stream.
Hold on.
What are we doing? You're showing me your desktop? It's mumbling.
Gotta leave
right?
you guys in the same way every night. Let me see.
What, I mean, okay. You lost me, right? If I'm the average viewer on Twitch, you lost me there. So all I'm trying to say is streamline the amount of time it takes you to do technical stuff like switching scenes, closing your game, opening your game, and things like that. Usually the attention span of people nowadays is quite short, and you really want to minimize the chances of somebody leaving because you were just idle or mumbling for 30 seconds or even like 1 minute. So the other thing too is the mumbling thing. You have very good speech, right? So because I heard you speak, it's fine, it's great, but you mumble sometimes like you're speaking to yourself here. I don't think that's good, man. I think you always need to be audible, to have people understand what you're saying, have a coherent train of thought as much as possible. So anyways, that's enough for one review. I hope this was helpful to you. Again, the idea of this was not to bash on Lofty here. I think he's doing a lot of things right, but the point of this was just to lay out some of the things I think he could do to get to the next level. And I hope this was helpful to you in some capacity. Let me know down below if it was. Consider checking out my channel over on Twitch, Johnny Plays, the link down below in the description. And as always, see you next time.